Welcome back to the Plot Armor Podcast. I'm Dom. That's Connor. And we'll start off right away with just talking about the NBA Finals since it went to a lot shorter games than I expected. You even said Knicks in six, so it was even shorter than you expected. And since the last episode, I think all three of these last games have happened because I remember us only talking about the first two.
You're right. They were up 2-0.
Yeah, they were up 2-0 at the time. And a lot has happened since then. In the Spurs' defense, a lot of the games were close.
Oh, of course.
So they always had the chance of winning, and I was on the side of the Spurs winning, I'm fine that the Knicks won, especially because it was so close. So at least it was like a good game. There were good games to watch.
It was entertaining, yeah.
Other than the Spurs blowing so many leads, which was just so crazy.
Well, that's the important thing, It doesn't matter how good you are in the first half.
That is true, but yeah, it's just.
I think they led by 15 points in every single game.
I know, and they still ended up only taking one game, which is just absolutely bonkers. But the Knicks clutched it. Whether I agree that Brunson deserves Finals MVP or not aside,
you actually don't think so?
I think it should have been OG.
I would have agreed with you up until the last game, but you dropped 45 points in a game for the win.
So you agree for me for 4 out of the 5 games?
No, I think that he also played just as well in most of those games, but honestly, Brunson played. OG had that one really good game, and that game was probably the most.
Really
it was,
good game.
And that was probably the most important game. But you're taking for granted that Brunson scored almost 30 in every game.
And what did OG score?
He scored 28 in that one crazy game he had, and I don't think he was averaging. He was definitely a key part of that game. But I'm telling you, they don't win any of these games without Brunson in. Part of the reason they won. That
they also don't win a lot of them without OG. OG was the one actually doing the clutch shit.
He had that one clutch. I'm telling you, that first game.
But I'm not talking about just points, just defensively.
I'm aware. I'm aware. But he had that one clutch game. I'm telling you, Brunson was clutch in all of them. That first game when they were down in San Antonio in that fourth quarter, watching Brunson play at the end of the game, he was just throwing up shit and just hitting it, and it was just actually insane. It was insane to witness the stuff that he was hitting to put them over for the win, and he did that in a lot of these games. I do think that OG had a conversation for being Finals MVP, but I think Brunson by far played better throughout the entire series. And while OG probably had the most clutch moment, I think once again you score 45 in the final game that you're down by 15. You score 30 points in the second half to come back and win for your city. I kind of think you deserve Finals MVP.
Well, regardless of who won Finals MVP, I'm happy for the Knicks, and I'm happy for Brunson because Brunson, like I said before, just came out of nowhere, and now he's a NBA champion and a Finals MVP. And the Knicks, they haven't won since 1977. Some shit like that.
I don't remember. It's been 50 years.
It's been so long. So good for them because the Spurs, they're gonna win one of these next years regardless. I feel like maybe by 2028 by 2029 they'll have one ring. I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah. I think that they're also just a super young team.
Exactly. That's what I mean. None of them are really in their prime. Well, at least De'Aaron Fox has passed his prime. What a
yeah, I do hope I really honestly think they just need I get Wemby is their guy, but they really need an actual older guy to lead them because I'm sorry.
You mean when they had Chris Paul?
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah, they had Chris Paul on that team, they might have won.
I know.
They might have won all. They might have swept them if they had Chris Paul on their team. To be honest with you,
they're just really young and they don't know how everything works yet. Basically, they need someone that has had that experience. And sure, you could say De'Aaron Fox has been in the league for a while, but we saw how that ended up.
Yeah.
You just need someone that's even if they're not getting, you just need a real leader. I feel like they don't have a real leader. They have good players, they have stars, they have superstars, but they don't have a leader in there to actually get them through the shit. Because I feel also once they kind of got in their own heads mentally, they were done for. Like even if they were still performing well, like they couldn't finish the game the same way.
Yeah, I mean the main reason they lost that game 4, I think, the game where they had the crazy comeback. What was it, like 29 points?
Yeah,
The Knicks came
it was
back.
like 30 points. Yeah,
It wasn't because the Knicks just played that well. It was because they just were up 30, and instead of just like taking the safe points in the paint, they just were still hucking up threes
yeah, I
because they were
know.
like, "Oh, we were hitting them before. Let's just keep doing it." And then you lose the game
Yeah,
because
and that's a young guy thing to do. So,
it is.
yeah.
It is.
Um, yeah, but
It did make me happy at the end as well. Everybody's complaining about the handshake stuff. Like they didn't shake hands with the team at the end of the game. I don't really care about that because like
no.
there's so many people who've done that. It did make me happy though that Luke Cornett is an absolute classy guy, and he was the only guy who stayed and shook a couple people's hands.
Well, Luke Cornett is just. I mean, you also just love Luke Cornett because he was a Celtic.
Yeah, he was a great
Yeah,
Celtic.
and he's a cool dude. Yeah, I also saw that, and I don't like
I
not
saw
not everyone
LeBron's
not
done that,
yeah
like,
not
who
everyone
cares?
stays and shakes hands. Like if it's a bad beat, like I mean
They're also all young. I'm sure Wemby
Exactly.
will get back in the finals, and I'm sure he'll shake the
Yeah,
hand
oh
again,
yeah,
even
no,
if he
yeah,
loses.
of course. But like this one in particular was like, I mean, I don't think I was the only one that thought the Spurs were gonna. It was basically whoever won between the Thunder and Spurs were going to win the
Oh, yeah.
finals. Like everyone thought that, so I feel like that also had a lot more of like, oh, they thought it was going to be like a breeze, and then they really got shown that it was not a breeze. So that they were just fucked mentally, and then it just ruined the whole thing for them. So after they lost, they're just like, yeah, we're leaving. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do truly wonder who's going to be in the finals next year. I mean, obviously it depends on what the teams are looking like, but I'm sure it's not going to be Knicks Spurs again. I'm almost 100% certain that it's not going to be Knicks Spurs again.
I mean, the Knicks had a really crazy run. They're definitely going to be. I don't think they're going to make it again, but they'll be close. They'll definitely be in the playoffs.
They're both going to be in the playoffs, and they're both most likely going to be in the conference finals. But I can't
Calling it right now.
I can't
Celtics,
imagine.
Knicks.
I can't imagine it's going to be another Celtics Knicks
It's going to be Celtics Knicks next year.
conference final.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the Celtics are going to win, and we're going to be in the finals, obviously.
Okay. Facing who? I want to see if you called this 1 year ahead of time.
Oh God.
Celtics beat Knicks in conference final, and then who are they playing in the finals?
Who was good in the West this year, besides the Thunder and the Spurs? I don't remember.
Let's see. It's not gonna be the Lakers.
Oh no, I'm gonna call it right now. Crazy.
Oh no.
It's gonna be a rematch, Celtics Warriors, because the Warriors are gonna trade and get somebody absolutely insane again in the offseason.
Yeah, they're gonna get LeBron James.
I don't know about. Nah, they're gonna get KD back somehow. They're gonna run it back.
They're gonna somehow have Curry. They're gonna have KD and LeBron, and just the ultimate vet lineup of just everyone that's borderline retiring.
Yeah.
But no, that would be funny if it was Celtics Warriors and you just called it a year.
Did Al Horford retire yet? Get him on that squad.
No, but isn't he on the Warriors?
Is he actually on the
He's
Warriors?
on the Warriors.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's already is on. I don't know if he's like had a 1-year contract or what he had, but I'm pretty sure he's on the Warriors this past year.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna fact check it, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna fact check it. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
curious.
fact check it. But I remember you did want to talk about some possible trades that might be happening and kind of who we think.
He's on the Warriors. That's crazy.
Yeah, see? Yeah, but you wanted to talk about some potential trades that might be happening and talking about the Celtics a little bit more. So, what were you going to talk about?
Well, before, I've been seeing a lot of rumors that we'll know within 72 hours whether or not the Celtics have Giannis. So
Within 72 hours?
that's what I've been hearing. I don't know if that's true. Or the sources I'm seeing are saying that Giannis will be traded within 72 hours.
Really?
Yes, but I don't know if that's actually true. That's just what I've been seeing on the internet. But I've been hearing we've been trying to make an offer without giving up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Which if that's the
if you do
case,
that, then you were correct with your theory that Celtics will be in the finals next year. I really hope my boy joins the Celtics.
that would be so
I want to
fun.
be able to. I want to be able to cheer for my team again, not just cheer for the Bucks.
I really just don't want to give up Jaylen Brown, but honestly, watching Tatum and Giannis might be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, watching either of those duos would be fun. Whether it's Tatum and Brown, Tatum and Giannis, or Giannis and Brown. I feel like any of those would be a fun watch, and they all could work well together. I feel like Brown and Giannis would work better than Tatum and Giannis, but at the same time, I kind of wish all three of them would be on the same team because then that would be absolutely crazy.
If we can get him without giving up, I mean, like, I would hope that they would try and keep both of them because, like, I mean, they are our stars. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to use everything to try to keep both. Of them.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, like Giannis
Although
has so much value.
If we do that, if we somehow get him without giving up those two, the rest of our team is gone.
The rest of your team is the G League.
No, literally, like there's no way we're gonna be able to keep Derek White or
Yeah, true. You might be able to keep Pritchard.
I was gonna say maybe Pritchard,
That's
but
like
he's
who knows? But
yeah. I mean, who else would we give up? Is Vucevic still on there?
no, I don't even think he's still on it.
No, we already got rid of him.
I think so. I mean, maybe, but I don't. I also feel like maybe they. I don't know how much his Vucevic's salary was.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our guys are like kind of like not really
Like
the
low.
best like trade options.
Yeah.
Like we'd probably have to give up a lot of picks.
Yeah.
I mean, like our guys are a lot of like young guys. Like we have Hugo Gonzalez and like what's his name? Baylor. I forget his first name. Sherman Baylor or Baylor
I
Sherman?
don't know.
I don't remember.
You're asking me.
I mean Neemias Queta too. Like he's just like our random backup center. I mean, he was great this year,
Yeah.
but like I don't know who like him for Giannis is probably not. But
No, maybe like him and Derek White and a few picks.
yeah,
Like, I mean, who knows what they'll cook? Because I mean, to be fair, the Bucks roster isn't the best besides Giannis. So
they're gonna have to completely rebuild if they
yeah,
trade Giannis.
so it wouldn't surprise me if they trade Giannis for like some younger dudes and picks,
Yeah, okay.
because they might want to like do the same thing where they're just completely rebuilding and just
Yeah.
have a young Buck team like the Spurs, so that in like 2-3 years, who knows what the development will be like, and they could be contenders. You know, that wouldn't surprise me if they made that trade. But yeah, I would absolutely love to be able to root for Giannis and the Celtics at the same time, instead of me just being like, well, I'm a Giannis fan, so I'm rooting for Giannis, whatever team he's on, and then the Celtics take a back seat, you know. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice to be able to go to games in person as well again. 'Cause
Yeah.
If Giannis is on the Celtics, I will be going to games in person more.
I do want to go see a game. I've never actually been. Probably I should go this year.
We'll go. We'll make it a podcast
How
trip.
expensive do you think those tickets are?
Depends. Are you talking about regular season or playoff?
Regular season.
Oh,
Yeah, not the
You
playoff.
can get tickets for cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that you might be sitting with your back against the concrete, but
Yeah.
but you can get cheap seats.
I was looking at this is unrelated to basketball, but it's about tickets.
Okay.
I was looking at so I want to go see the Diamondbacks play.
Mhm.
Not in Arizona, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're coming to Boston in August. And because the Red Sox are actually so terrible this year, I was looking at the ticket prices and they are $45.
Dang.
And I think you can get like somewhat like decent seats for like 100
That's actually crazy.
because they're so bad.
I didn't know the Sox were that bad.
Oh no, they're one of the worst teams this year.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They're horrible.
Yeah, since I don't keep up with baseball, all I think about is like when I used to back 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Which then the Sox were good. They had Big Poppy.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think they're let me see here. I'm gonna look at the standings.
Yeah, well, while you do that, I know you asked
They
me-
are the fourth team.
Okay. So, well, I was about to mention that, but you just asked me the same thing that you wanted me to talk about that I said save for the pod.
Oh yeah, no. I'm curious because I've always seen people talk about this online, and I'm of the opinion that when he's healthy, I mean, obviously this past year, he wasn't, but he still played pretty well towards the end. I think he's still averaging like close to 25.
Okay.
When Jason Tatum is healthy, he's top 5 players in the league.
And this is in the league currently.
In the league currently, yes. Current, like obviously, if you want to say like Curry is better because he's been better over the years, I'll
So you're saying
give you that.
at
But
this-
at this current
at this-
moment, I would
Okay.
take Tatum.
So
Yes.
in 2026, he is top 5
Mhm.
in the league. Okay. Well, so basically,
Who would you think is
who do I think deserves to be higher than him?
Yes.
Okay. So I will say Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll like maybe give you that, but I would honestly still potentially take Tatum.
You're crazy.
Did you just witness how Wemby played in the finals compared to how Tatum played in the finals?
Yes, but one is 7'4" and can shoot better than Tatum.
That's actually
Or-
shoot better is
Not
crazy.
better is crazy, but
Not even close.
I've seen him take the same shots
Not
with
even
a foot on
close.
him. You know, either way, he is an alien for a reason. Okay, I'm taking him over.
Okay.
And if we're thinking like, okay, like but the thing is, if I said that before these finals happened, you would.
I still think I would not.
I think you would be more on the side though.
Yes,
you said,
but
did you see how he just
he's
played in the finals?
He's in the league. He's been in the league for such a short amount of time, and I've been watching Tatum for years play. Like, I've never seen Wemby do the shit that Tatum can do.
Okay, then, well, yes, I've also never seen Tatum get 9 blocks in
That's
a
because
quarter.
he's not 7'5".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Being 7'5" and being that athletic is a cheat code in the league.
I still think Tatum is better though.
Okay,
Just because you're 7'5",
so
doesn't make you the
I'll just
goat.
start naming people that are contenders, and we'll see who you give me. So I gave Wemby, you didn't give it to me. Let's see. I can give like Brunson. I can give. Let's see. I can give Luka. Even though I could give Shea, I'm not going to give Shea. I don't think he's better than Tatum. Let's see. Giannis.
I will give you
Jokic.
Giannis, and I also probably give you Jokic.
Okay. Wait. So you gave me Giannis and Jokic and no one else so far?
I didn't believe so. Yes.
Okay. So that was who did I name? I named Brunson. Obviously I said myself Shea is not above Tatum. Let's see.
After that playoff run, I am
would-
inclined to give you Brunson, but I'm not going to do it because I didn't give you
Brunson's
Wemby.
Brunson's on the fence regardless. Currently, I would still put Curry currently.
I honestly would probably give you that.
Okay, so that's Jokic. Oh yeah, you didn't give me Luka, right?
No, I'm not giving you
Okay.
Luka.
Okay. That's Jokic, that's Giannis, and that's Curry. LeBron, not at this point, probably. I mean, God, it's so hard, but I
It
don't
is
think
because
so.
he's, but like,
I know, I don't. Yeah, but like, sadly, just based off of like current, I don't think so.
I mean, like, who else is like top like stars? Like, I don't think he's better than Cade Cunningham.
yeah, Cade Cunningham.
Or I don't think Cade.
Yeah, I know.
Better.
I realized what you meant. Yes, there'd be Cade Cunningham. There could be. I'm trying to like picture it in my brain of like I've seen like, oh, these are the top fucking. I also can't remember who the All Stars were this year either.
And
Anthony Edwards. That's also like a borderliner type thing where it's hard to. It's basically a judgment call. And since you're the one making the judgment, that is up to you, and you're gonna pick Tatum like 10 times out of 10.
yeah, but I am biased, but like at the same time, it's like I'm just looking at it in the way of like, who would I rather like if you were like
So you're saying
to pick if you were to like have a guy like be the leader of a team and like be good, I guess, like who would you want?
Okay,
It's
be
like
a leader of the team or be the best.
No, best player. Like I'm not like it's not fully like how I'm thinking about it, but it's like also like,
Because I would not want Tatum to be the leader of my team.
I don't know if I agree.
No way.
I don't know.
No way. That guy does not have a leadership type fucking mentality.
That's true, but like I
there's a-
guess
that's why there's a
leader wasn't
difference.
the right word. I
Because
meant,
leader could be a fucking shit
No,
player
that's not the
now,
right
you
word. I
know?
meant-
like
I meant-
Chris Paul's a leader, but he's
Okay.
not going to compete with these guys.
I
in
meant more of like
basketball.
along the lines of like who would you like build a team around? to,
Okay,
like, carry
in that
the team?
case, sure, yes, I see what you mean.
And like I think that like all of the guys that I've given you could like be argued over Tatum, but I don't think I could take.
Who would
him.
you build the team around? And saying not Giannis or not Wemby is crazy.
No, but I would. What I'm saying is that I would take Tatum over him.
I know you. So you'd rather build a team around Tatum than 7'4" alien who's only 22,
Yeah.
who's going to be in the league for another.
The past 7 years, out of every single person who's been in the league just as long, he easily has the best playoffs.
Yes,
stats.
and he has the shorter career left compared to Wemby. So if you're saying you're building a team around someone,
I'm not
then
just
you
saying,
want to
I'm not
build
just
it around
saying,
a younger
I'm not
guy.
just saying Wemby. Like, if you look at like all the like the great players who've been like who've played, like if you take Giannis and Tatum's stats in the playoffs the last 7 years, Tatum's are like far higher. He has like I think he has like he has like the youngest, most like playoff points at the youngest. He is the most playoff.
Oh yeah, sure.
Three, like he is genuinely
Okay.
like disgusting.
So then let's just say who we think is a better player, and not because we have two different opinions on who you'd rather build a team around.
But I'm also saying better. Like I'm
better. Okay, build a team around. You're not going to just only take the best player. You're also going to take the one with the longest future.
That's true. Yeah,
because
but
no one's going to build a team around Curry right
okay,
now.
But that,
because
I didn't mean it in that
like
regard. I meant like
and,
right now. Obviously, if you're arguing age-wise, that wasn't at all what I meant. Like I meant like
that's
this
what,
for
that's
1 year. Like is kind of what I meant.
Okay, so
if you're talking about like I like.
So if you're drafting a team, who would you rather put on your team, basically?
Yes.
Like who would you rather be first pick? And you're saying Tatum would be like
above these people. Is what I'm saying.
In the first 5. Okay, so who above it is Giannis? It's Curry and it's Jokic, right? Yeah, I mean, technically, if I wanted to, if I was so like really wanting to make you incorrect, I would just put Shea, but I'm not going to because I'd rather you be correct than give Shea the honors of top 5. Because just whatever.
I mean, no, I'll just leave him out of it.
No, we're leaving him out of it.
Because I think I probably have a different opinion than you do.
What, you think he's what, top 5?
I don't know if he's better than Tatum, but I would probably argue he's top 5.
He doesn't even play basketball, so that he's not in the conversation. Not Kevin Durant.
He's too old now, I think.
Yeah,
but
I just think he's not as consistent as.
No, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm, like. Curry's
Curry's
just
old,
as old, but
he's
he's still
consistent,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, like Durant's good, and he's top 10 for sure currently, but a matter of top 5 is what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm like, my brain is not coming up with players. Like I'm also trying to only come up with players that I think are going to be better than Tatum. Like I'm not going to be listing off some people that are obvious.
Is everybody that you listed off, you think do you think is better than Tatum?
No, it's just contenders.
I see. Okay. I'm googling player.
Yeah, I might have to. God, this is actually like.
I think
more difficult.
I think
than
we
thought it was
got.
gonna be.
I think we got like all of them because the top 5 listed here are Jokic, Shea, Luka, Giannis, and Brunson.
Yeah, I mentioned all those. Yeah, I would, like me personally, I would put above Tatum.
Oh, what about, okay. I know he has not been like as defensively good, but
I already mentioned Luka.
No, I was gonna say Kawhi. Because he's been kind of having a crazy.
Kawhi actually has been like really good. That's another one that
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Also, I love Kawhi.
I know, of course. Okay,
I think you could.
I think above Tatum, I would put Jokic. I would put Curry. I would put Giannis. I would put. I mean, I would probably put Luka. Like the only thing is like defensively that Tatum definitely has that on him, but I think offensively Luka has it. So it's like it's another tight spot. I don't know.
It is tight. I also think they are close.
I can flip those two.
They are close offensively too. Like I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that it's like a crazy. I don't know. I would take Tatum.
I know. but he also would suck him off if he asked. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, maybe Tatum. Maybe Tatum is 5. No, I would also put Wemby above him. So
6 is what you're saying?
either 5 or 6, depending
Okay,
on where I
that's
put
fair.
Luka
That's
on that
fair.
day.
That's fair.
I think that's where I would end up being, and then I think I'd put like.
I mean, come on. 2
KD.
years ago, we watched him cook Luka in the finals. So.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Well, him and his God Squad cooked.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't just him, but he was absolutely like a candidate for Finals MVP along with Brown.
Oh yeah, I know, but yeah, no, he's either 5 or 6, depending on where I put Luka that day. Yeah, so I guess you're not completely incorrect with
I would
your
actually
top 5
put.
placement.
I just can't. I think Wemby is just too young. I just can't give you Wemby.
Well, I'm putting him in my list. That's fine. You put him. You already said that you put him at 4.
I know.
So we already know that he's apparently for you. He's in your top 3.
No,
Top 4.
4. I would say 4.
Yeah, top 4.
I could see the Luka argument as well.
So for you, he's either 4 or 5. For me, he's either 5 or 6.
Yeah, I could. Wemby is just too young.
Thinking that everyone is fully healthy, and
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see
correct.
this year. Maybe he's ass now that he's back from his Achilles tear.
yeah, maybe he's terrible, and then I can say, haha, I told you.
But I mean, like back
No, I
when he
mean
was.
let's say this. Let's say like right before he got like his.
Yeah,
Achilles
no, I mean he was
injury.
disgusting. Yeah.
that's that list I would put.
Like I was seeing some TikToks that was like talking about like this finals this year and then our team last year, and I mean who knows obviously, but it made me happy to see people on the internet just be like, yeah, if it was the Celtics against either of these teams in the finals, it was gonna be a sweep.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Dude, Tingus Pingus would have locked up Wemby.
Tingus Pingus. Dude, why did the C's get rid of Tingus?
I don't know. I really did not.
Was it like something happened with him, or was it like
No,
they just didn't extend his contract?
I think the problem was that we just had such an absolute God squad that year. We just genuinely could not afford everybody.
Yeah, I that had to have been it because I didn't remember if like
Because we lost him, we lost Drew Holiday.
Oh yeah,
that was one we should have never lost Drew Holiday.
yeah, but regardless, that was like a really good Celtics team.
Oh, I know, it was disgusting.
Yeah, what year was that? That was 2024.
That was the finals we were in. Yeah, I
So
think
2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good team. That's so crazy.
It's
How
so
did you
fun.
fumble that bad? I mean, just get rid of your entire bench, bring up some G Leaguers, and just have that starting 5 and just play them till they're gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what I did want to talk about now that we finished up with some NBA stuff, because we recently beat the Lego Batman game, and we wanted to talk about that, but we've just had a lot of movies that we wanted to talk about. I just want to say that is such a fantastic game. That is such a fantastic game. Not like necessarily just like gameplay wise, but just story wise. Just because they actually found a way to like combine all these movies together in a way that actually makes sense and is fluid and continues and with its own story. And it was a blast.
It was.
It was honestly such a blast with all the characters they had involved, with not just the playable ones, but even like the cameo ones of like Deathstroke and Deadshot that were just literally there for 10 seconds. Like knowing as people that have watched the movies and like Batman and like the characters, it was cool to actually see this version of all of these characters in one united story, instead of just like, yeah, this movie, but now this is just a completely different Batman. But now this is a completely different Batman. It actually felt like one Batman experienced all these different things.
No, yeah, it was cool. Yeah, and I liked all the references to the old movies and stuff.
Yeah. What characters would you want them to make this same style game? Like, there's only like instead of like all Lego games now having like 500 characters, like this style where it's this 8. And you're following the same stories as have already been showed, but kind of combined into one. So, like, if you were to say, like, Flash, it could be the TV show and maybe, like, the Flash movie. If you said, like, Superman, it could be all the movies.
I mean, probably Spider-Man, honestly.
Spider-Man's, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of movies to pick from there. So that was a really good one. That you think is, like, your number one you'd want to see in this way.
Yeah, if it was Lego, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to see either a Flash or Superman just because we haven't gotten an actual like open world type game of those, and it's a lot easier to do the super speed and flight in Lego form than it is in like a Insomniac or Arkham form, you know.
I agree, but I actually think I would be more upset if they did that than happy, only because of the fact that I think that's an absolute cop out way to get out of making one of those games for real. People have been
Well,
asking for that
okay,
shit
not
for
I
years,
know,
and if they
but
drop a Lego version of the Flash before we get a real Flash game, I'm not buying it.
you're not buying it, not
Nope.
even to scratch
Nope.
the itch before they make the next
Nope.
one.
Not buying it.
What if they say that they're making it just because they're already in the midst of making the actual like normal
I'll buy
one?
it after
but-
I've played the Flash game.
See, I would get it anyway just because I want to just be able to play any version of it like as
That's fair.
ASAP because I don't want to like who knows when they're actually going to make one. People have been begging for a Flash game or a Superman game or any kind of game like that for so long now, and we haven't gotten shit. So I'm kind of I would be at least slightly satisfied with a Lego game so that I could at least have that game to play to kind of so the waiting isn't as bad.
That's fair.
Because I also don't know how they would like. Let's say they would make a Flash game in like the same Arkham Insomniac style, where it's not just fucking Lego.
Also, actually, I'm
Then-
wrong a little bit. There actually is a game that exists, but everybody stops playing it after like a month. The DCUO.
Oh, yeah.
That is just the game that everybody
Yeah,
wants.
no,
but-
we've played that after like we played that like for a month straight and then stop and then a month and then stop. But no, I don't know how they would make it. Like they would have to just really lean into the things moving slow around you more than you're moving that quick. When they make a Flash game like combat wise, because
true.
because it would just kind of look like a ball of energy bouncing from character to from enemy to enemy if they just showed it like the super speed. Like I feel like you'd have to slow down time and just punch.
No,
them
but
and,
that's like kind of fun. You ever played Sonic?
no, yeah, but like to make it look really good, you know, like if you had like him just fighting like regularly without using his speed, they can still make it look like okay. Like obviously you want to use the speed, so in order to show that, they would have to. I feel like it would look better if they slowed down time, and you still got to like kind of move from enemy to enemy pretty quick, but I mean, Flash moves so fucking fast. Like it's hard to like really show that in a game. Like they have to do it right, and of course now there's even more pressure because everyone wants them to do it, and now there's so much pressure to do it right. So now I'm worried that the Flash game is gonna be like they're gonna make one, but it's gonna be in the next like 10 years.
I don't think we're getting one ever, to be quite
You
honest.
don't think we're
No.
ever getting one?
Maybe in like 25 years when like
I think after this Lego Batman game came out and they saw how many people like loved getting another new superhero game and the Wolverine's coming out and everyone's gonna be like, oh yes, another good superhero game. They're gonna be like, you know what, we just gotta fucking do this, man. Like we gotta like people have been asking this for
I
so
kind of
long.
actually think that they're just gonna make another Arkham game.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna make another Arkham game because there have already been talks about that. But I'm saying like there's going to be a company that says we absolutely have to just make one of these. We have to make a game that at least satisfies that group of people that have
You
been
would think
asking
so,
for it.
but I mean, if that was the case, it would have already been done by now.
Yeah, but they didn't have like
But I don't think that this game was like. That's the thing. Like, I don't think that this game was like good because it was a superhero game. Like, I don't think they're gonna like. I think that's why I think we'll get
it
an
was an
Arkham.
Arkham style game.
That's why I think we'll get an Arkham game. Like, a lot of the reason people enjoyed this game so much was because of the Arkham aspect. Like, I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, like people are enjoying superheroes. I think they're gonna be like, oh, people still enjoy the Arkham style of combat. We should invest more money into doing that.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, like there's a lot of superhero media, whether it's movies and games, coming out this year that everyone is just hyped to play and watch.
That is true, but
Superheroes.
none of it has to do with the Flash.
No, but it's like the one that like if you ask anyone that's like a superhero fan of like, oh, what game would you want to come out? People would say a Superman game because it hasn't been done in so long, a Flash game because it's been done never, and then there would be people that say like continuation of like Spider-Man 3, Arkham.
You're right.
Like
I just don't see it happening. Like just because we're getting like cool superhero projects this year, I don't think somebody's just gonna suddenly.
I'm saying in the next 10 years, but I'm saying like there's like superhero projects are constantly coming out, and people always are gonna be saying what superhero would they want to have a video game, and it's always the same fucking 3 answers.
No, I'm aware, but I just think that like genuinely like this. There's been superhero movies coming out for like 15. I think if it was gonna happen, it probably would have already.
Like this year was so heavy where it's like constant talk about them, you know, like what, Supergirl, Spider-Man, Doomsday, the Batman game came out, the Wolverine game's coming out.
Yeah, but like
and that's all within like that's all within like 4 months of each other.
The peak of like Marvel when like Avengers came out, Arkham Knight, like stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, like I just don't think there's gonna be a sudden change.
But when that happened, that's when they made this Insomniac Spider-Man, which people have been begging for.
But that's what Spider-Man is already like a character that they've made tons and tons of games and already kind of had that style. Like that's not the first game where you can open world web swing like that.
No, but it's the first time they made it look good.
Yeah, because it's the first time it's been uploaded on a newer console.
But they actually they put in the more like the extra effort.
What I'm saying is I don't think there's just going to be a sudden change and just some guys just going to decide.
I also never said that this is going to be this year. I said in the next 10 years that it's leaning towards that because of all the superhero media that's come out in these past fucking 10 years that there hopefully something will. I'm also not saying definitely. I'm saying hopefully something will click, and in these next 10 years we will get.
I know you're saying hopefully.
That hasn't been done yet.
I'm telling you, I respectfully disagree. I don't think we're getting a Flash. I don't think we won't get a new game. What I'm saying is I don't think we're getting a Flash game.
Basically, one that's never been done before. You don't think we're getting?
No, I think we might even get that. I just don't think we're getting a Flash game ever.
It's sad.
It is sad, but
yeah, but I want to be able. It's just sad.
God. So that was my point. Like the Flash TV show started in like 2014. Like if they were gonna they were gonna make this, it would have been done by now.
Yeah, and that's when the Flash peak really was going on.
It was also the peak of like that. I'm pretty sure that 2014 was Arkham Knight. I think maybe 2016 was Arkham Knight, but like around that time was Arkham Knight and the Avengers. Like that was like the peak of like superheroes like taking off. Like
yeah, but I feel like if they made a Flash game,
2014 was also the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, such a good movie.
Like that was like just as big of a superhero media year as well. Like if they were gonna do it, they would have done it.
Such a good movie. Thank you for bringing up TASM 2. It's so good.
You're welcome. It's not, but
no, I also want you to know. When we were doing that Spider-Man ranking, I was not going based off of the best movies, but my personal like, I like this movie more. Like not like that it's a better made movie, because like you were saying, like me putting TASM 2 above TASM 1. TASM 1 is a much better made movie. It's definitely rated better. I just personally enjoy TASM 2 more, is what I was saying. Like this, it's my list of personal enjoyment.
That's fair. I was kind of doing both.
Like I try to do.
If it was based off of just personal enjoyment, my list would have probably been much different.
Much different. Mine would have. If I went back to like just like actual like best movies, mine probably would have switched. It would have switched TASM 1 and TASM 2 for sure. It probably would have even put. No, I'm thinking about it.
If we're going based off of enjoyment, that's a different list for me.
Because I also mixed mine in, but like I enjoy TASM 2 so much that it really just negates how bad the plot is.
I disagree with
like that. I even that like I still like if I went purely off of like just how the movie's made, not really counting my enjoyment, TASM 2 would drop probably 2 slots, maybe.
I was doing kind of both, but I think if it was just pure enjoyment, not based on how good the movie is, my list is a little different.
Yeah. No.
Far From Home would be much higher on my list. If it was based off of enjoyment. I actually think that's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
And you can't shit on me for fucking TASM 2 then, because those two are both like known as the fucking shit ones. But
people hate that one.
Far From Home, TASM 2, and Spider-Man 3 are known as like, wow, these are terrible. Don't like
yeah,
don't watch
I just
these.
disagree with Far From Home being terrible.
No Spider-Man movie's terrible. It's just on the lower end of the Spider-Man movies.
I think it's one of them. I think it might be my favorite out of the three Tom Hollands.
Out of the three, including No Way Home,
Potentially.
you have lost it, sir. I was gonna give you okay. You know what? Some people think Far From Home was better than TASM 2. Okay, like you're crazy, but okay. No, it is not better than No Way Home.
I didn't say it was better.
There's no way you enjoyed it more than No Way Home.
I don't even know. I don't
There's
even know if I
no
enjoyed
way.
it the first. I like that movie a lot.
No, that's fair. That's fine. You enjoy whichever movies you want to enjoy. That's fine. I've enjoyed that movie too. I just enjoyed TASM 2 more. That's fine. But no one's saying that you enjoy one of these two movies, whether it's TASM 2 or Far From Home, Far From Home, better than No Way Home.
No, you're probably right.
Yeah,
but
so-
it was it's so good. Mysterio is so good in that movie.
Yeah, sure. Did I wish he wasn't like tech guy and
I
more
thought
like
that was cool.
more actual like mystical? Like I thought, like honestly, would you rather like it be this kind of like tech based? Like I liked the background. I just didn't like how, of course, there's another thing that's just like Spider-Man in the MCU has none of his own villains. All of his villains are other people's villains. Like. Name one villain that is purely Spider-Man. Do not count Shocker in the first movie because that's just such a one-off that does not count.
I mean, Vulture was kind of his own villain. He wasn't really a villain for anybody else. He was just a thief, and Spider-Man came across him and dealt with that. This is kind of his own. That was his own-
Besides Vulture, yes, I know that.
Um,
But he's had one villain in 3 movies.
He's about to be introduced, but
Scorpion, yes,
Scorpion, because that's his
but
own.
I know, but this movie's he's finally gonna have his own villains. I'm saying,
But he was introduced in the first one. So that guy is in that as his villain.
Is he Scorpion in that movie?
No, but he is Scorpion. And he's a villain in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Then he also met Prowler.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, no,
That's the same thing.
No, but he
He's
hasn't
not
been.
Prowler
But he
in
hasn't
that
been
movie.
introduced yet. We know that Scorpion's in the next movie. We don't know if Prowler's going to ever appear in Tom
Yes, but I
Holland.
said not count. Out of the movies that we have so far, you're still counting Scorpion. Then you have to count Prowler. It's the same thing. You heard their name and what they look like. Oh,
Well, I mean, if we're going to count those two, then we have to count Shocker.
we're not counting those two. We're counting Vulture. I gave you that. He had a main villain.
Okay, so he's had 2 movies that had a main villain in it, and one of them was not his.
Because no,
I'm not counting No Way Home because that's like it's
those
a
are
group-
still villains that he fought.
No,
saying-
I know, but I meant like out of just like a single like villain. I guess, but there's
Like,
other
Vulture-
Spider-Man there too.
Vulture is the only Spider-Man villain in the MCU, as of this moment, up until
Also,
Brandon
Mysterio
Day.
is kind of his own villain too. He gets fired by Tony, but then he's not Mysterio until like further on after Tony's dead.
Yeah, but he did all of this because of Tony.
But he doesn't. He's not Tony's villain. He never fights Tony. He just gets fired.
because
by
Tony's
Tony.
dead.
Yeah, but so whose villain is he then? He's not. You're saying he's not Spider-Man's villain in that movie?
Sure, he is
The entire
a
time he
villain
wants
of
to kill
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
but it's not like his whole thing is not fuck Spider-Man. His whole thing is I want
At a certain
to be,
point, it
I
kinda
want
was.
to be his whole thing is basically I want to be the new fucking Iron Man. He wants to be seen as the new.
But
Iron
how
Man
does
by
that make
taking
it? What I don't understand, like why that's a negative. Like you're saying that that's not like a real villain for Spider-Man because he's not like just hate Spider-Man. He has a little bit more like motivation than just I want to kill Spider-Man.
No,
I guess.
but all like besides like Vulture, I mean technically even Vulture, like all of their villain arcs are because of a different hero, mostly Iron Man, just because of that. But in No Way Home, it's the other Spider-Man. I'm giving Vulture just because that's just damage control bullshit. Like that's who cares? He got fired. Technically, he got like Tony took over, so whatever. He lost his job. Whatever. But like Mysterio, he would not be Mysterio if Iron Man wasn't involved.
Yeah.
That's like Iron Man is the cause of creating of actual Mysterio being the villain, and Spider-Man just happens to be
Why is that
in
a
that.
bad thing? Spider-Man is not the cause of half of his villains being villains. I don't think Mysterio's initially.
No, but what I'm saying is in the MCU, Iron Man is too. As I always complained, is Iron Man is too involved in like Spider-Man being Spider-Man. He created his villains. The whole point of Homecoming was this is Iron Man Jr. and instead of being fucking Spider-Man from the start, So
Yeah, that was the
like
whole point of that
all
movie, is that he's kind of Iron Man Jr. and then he moves into being Spider-Man. That's the whole plot of that movie.
He should never be Iron Man Jr. is what I'm saying. He should be his own self-made hero, like he is in every other iteration.
But that's the difference. Is this is an MCU movie, so they have to link it like that.
They could link it. They don't have to link it by making him not fucking.
I think it was a unique change, and I don't hate it as much as you do. Apparently, I don't think that we need to have the exact same story every time.
No, but we also don't need to already just make it Iron Man 4. We need to make it Spider-Man 1.
Literally wasn't. He was in the movie for maybe 5 minutes.
Who does Spider-Man save besides himself at the end by himself in that movie?
The people at the start. I guess maybe they're not really. He's not saved, but he's doing the friendly neighborhood stuff around the whole movie.
I save because anyone can give directions. I could go to New York and give directions.
Okay. Let me think here. There's not really a lot of like saving in that movie in general. The only real saving scene is the scene with Iron Man pushing the boat, but that's not really like a lot of it has to do with him fighting the villain, not saving people. Also, when he saves the people in that Washington Monument, falling from the elevator.
Okay.
Those are the only two like saving scenes in that movie. A lot of it has more to do with the fighting of people than like Iron Man doesn't. The Iron Man only helps with that first one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the DC scene. Yeah, he holds the elevator up as they climbed out, right?
Yeah, because it's gonna fall.
Yeah,
that's clearly him saving people.
Yeah, true. But I mean, if Iron Man wasn't in that story, Spider-Man would have 70 people on his death list in the first fucking movie. I mean, they actually might have not died. They would have been in water, but they would have. Yeah, there is definitely some people that would have been under debris.
Also, I'm sorry, like. Maybe you hate that Iron Man comes in and saves it at the end. That's one of the better scenes in that movie.
Which one?
When he's going through the boat and doing the thing.
Yeah,
that's one of the best.
And he misses a thing, and then the whole thing's about to start drowning again.
Yeah,
It's a good looking scene.
I don't know why you hate it's a story about a young Spider-Man trying to come into his own. Did you want him to just pull that boat back together like it was no problem?
No, I didn't want them to include a scene where they're just showing that Spider-Man can't be his own hero, that he needs Iron Man's help to save these people.
But
don't show a boat scene where if Iron Man wasn't there, he would have fucking killed a bunch of people. Instead, show scenes of him like him at the beginning with that friendly neighborhood where he started small, like that could have been done without it just being like, oh, he's just waiting for fucking Happy to give him a call, and it could have just been, okay, he is starting small because he's brand new, and now he's going to be starting to roll into these bigger things. Sure, they can incorporate it into the MCU. There's plenty of heroes, including even Iron Man, even if he made an appearance to kind of incorporate it.
I don't know.
He doesn't have to be the causality of Peter Parker being Spider-Man.
I think in the course of the way they wanted to roll it with the MCU, and especially with the way that they designed it for Civil War, there was no other way this could have gone. Especially after they introduced him for Civil War, there's no other way you do this.
They introduced him by Iron Man basically recruiting him, yes, but
Iron Man was such a big part of the MCU. Like I really just don't hate this as much as you. I think I don't know what your issue is with this. I think it's a unique take on Spider-Man. We don't have to have the same story every time. Yeah, so he's not his own person at first. It's a whole story about him becoming his own hero.
He became his own hero in the last scene of the last part of the movie.
Which is the point of a movie, is it's building up to that big, the whole point of the movie was him not being able to do it himself.
I'm sorry, I guess I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man and not fucking intern Iron Man for their Spider-Man movie. Like, it's not a bad movie. No one's saying that. I don't have it at the bottom of my list. Definitely not. But there is just things in that movie that I don't like as someone that likes Spider-Man this much, you know?
That's fair.
Like, I think that they could have done so much better with still, sure, they could still incorporate Iron Man to make that Civil War connection make sense, but they could have still made this an entire movie of just him. Like, I don't want another origin story because we've already seen that so many times. I don't need to see Uncle Ben dying. I don't need to see what happens to his parents. I don't need to see all that. We've already seen that. But I do want to see the whole development of him becoming a hero on his own, where he's making the mistakes and recovering, compared to his mistakes are being fixed for him by another hero that's already in this universe. Like, I just think that would have been a better iteration. Like, sure, this is a different iteration. Okay, yes, it is different than all the other ones. It's not really been seen. Okay, that's fine. It's a way to include it into the MCU. That's fine. I just think it could be better if they made it a way where Iron Man is not just such a big part of that movie.
That's fair. I just think that like that's just like the same thing with every movie. If you change this major aspect, it could be better in this way. Like I don't know. Like I like the way they did it. I think it was cool, a different way to do it. I don't hate the transition of him needing Iron Man to kind of start him off, and then he loses that, and then gets back into finding out being a hero himself. I don't think that he needs to always do it on his own. I don't think that's in every comic book of Spider-Man either. He's a lot of times with the Avengers or the Fantastic Four. Like, I don't think you need to just have him.
Yeah, but that's once he's already like a hero. It's
Yeah.
not the start, you know. Like if let's say let's say they did just like I'm saying for Homecoming, and then Far From Home, Iron Man was a bigger involvement. Okay, he's already Spider-Man by that point. I'm not saying he can't be a part of teams. He was a part of the Defenders. He was a part of the Fantastic Four, a part of the Avengers, like you were saying. Like, there's literally a TV show where he's only a part of a team, you know? Like, that's all fine. I'm fine with Spider-Man interacting with other people because he's a fun guy. Like, he's a funny guy. So being able to quip with these other people that might not be as funny, or like Iron Man, who has a sense of humor, the back and forth is good. But for his origin, like, introduction to this universe, I don't want to see that. If, let's say, they introduced him in Civil War, but he was already a hero for a few years, I don't care what you do. If you want to include Iron Man in that first Spider-Man movie, that's fine.
That's fair.
But I think his origin, I don't want it to be.
I think I just disagree. I think I think it's honestly even more realistic that way, that they have Iron Man kind of help him, because he's such a young kid in these movies, and he's just discovering his powers. Of course, he would be relying. Of course, he'd be relying on a guy like that.
Absolutely, it's
to
more
help
realistic.
him. That's why I think I enjoy it so much. It's like, it's a unique take on it, and it's realistic. It's like
when you watch Spider-Man movies, do you look for realism?
No, but I enjoyed that movie because it was different.
Okay,
We get the exact same thing every time. Like, what, you wanted the same thing again? Like,
I already said
don't know.
I didn't want the same thing again. I said I don't want Uncle Ben dying, and I don't want any storyline about his parents. I just want.
But all of
his
Spider-Man
introduction.
stories are about him, like, trying to figure out how to be a hero at the start, and I don't hate that they gave him somebody else to kind of help him push it off, rather than him be alone for the 1000th time to start off his story.
His push off could have been just that part in Civil War where Iron Man gave him a suit and helped him out. But then afterwards, go do your own thing. Why do you still need to be babied for the whole movie?
Because he's 15.
I'm sorry. Were you getting babied at 15?
No, but it wasn't even. It's not even baby. He's literally fighting like crime as a 15-year-old. Of course, you're gonna rely on the adult who's a world famous hero to help you.
Yes, but
Especially with
they don't have to do that though.
I just think with I think if they had not made an MCU movie, great. But like, with the MCU, they wanted to incorporate. I think it was great. I'm sorry. I think we're just gonna have to disagree on this, because like,
the movie was good, but there was so many choices that they could have done differently to make it great.
that's fair. I just disagree with them not, like, I don't think he needed to be alone. Like,
I can't. I just rubbed my eyes, so I went blind. I couldn't even see what was on the screen. It was just a black dot covering what I was looking at. Oh. There isn't a third person here to be a buffer, which is the problem.
Yeah.
That's why Tilton not being here makes it hard. If we had Tilton, he could have been like, "Oh, yes or no," or told one of us to shove it, and then we would have had to take it. But instead, now we are just debating, and there's no one here.
Yeah, but that's okay. I feel like it was a good debate. I just think that like the way that you feel about this and the way I feel about this, we're just not going to be able to agree. Like you clearly just don't like him being in that movie as much. I think it's great. Like
He should. I'm fine with him being incorporated as like a light mentor, but not such a massive.
I also don't. I think you're overestimating how much he's in that movie. He's probably has a screen time of less than 5 minutes.
I'm looking it up.
Like he's not in that movie as much as you think.
Oops. 15 minutes.
That feels like a lot.
It says roughly 8 to 15.
Iron Man has a total screen time of exactly 7 minutes and 45 seconds in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Wow, Google AI is just incredibly wrong because it said 8 to 15 minutes. Well, screen time just about 8 minutes.
Okay, well, this is a Reddit post of some guy who actually kept track of it, and it says 7 minutes 45 seconds.
Okay, well then, if he actually kept track of it, then absolutely, yeah.
Which is not a lot. Like that's not a ton of time for him to be in that movie. He's in it for that scene at the start where he's talking to him after Spider-Man like chases them by the bridge. He's in it for that, and he's not actually in it. It's when he's talking to him through the thing.
It's still Iron Man though.
Yeah, no, I know. And then
and if they counted that as like a Robert Downey Jr. screen time,
they are. They definitely are.
Yeah, then good.
The boat scene after he's at the end of the boat when he gets out, and then at the very end when he like offers him like the suit and stuff. He's really not.
So it
in
sounds
the movie.
like he is in the movie at the most important scenes and not in the scenes that don't really matter as much.
There's a ton of important scenes in between that.
But it sounds like the most important scenes when he gets his suit taken away, because if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. The bunch of lives being saved on the boat. At the start, he was in it. Yeah, at the start. Yeah, because I think they did some kind of recap of Civil War. So
yeah.
So he was at the start and at the end. Like some of the most vital scenes in that movie have Iron Man included.
Why does that matter? Also, some of the most important scenes are quite literally when he's not in there. The scene where him and Liz in the car with his dad with her dad figures out he's that guy's Vulture. Like that's far more important than any of the scenes that Iron Man are in. Maybe not the
important scene. Or good.
Like good as well.
It's a good scene. Also, I love that scene.
Like the whole fight with Vulture when he's underneath the rubble. That is the most important thing in that movie. Iron Man's not in that at all. When he's finally like struggling with when he has the homemade suit.
When he saves himself, yes.
Yes, when he's fighting Vulture.
I mentioned that earlier.
The DC scene is a huge one. That like the chase scene before, even like the chase scene when Spider-Man follows those guys before Iron Man shows up. Iron Man's scene in that is not important at all.
Are you talking about when they're running away in the van?
Yes.
That's not an important scene.
It's pretty important. You get Shocker, introduction, you get like the stuff leading up to the weapons, whatnot. That's more important than Iron Man giving him the suit at the end.
Well, that's like the ending.
Yeah.
Regardless of how good or bad the scene is, it's the end of the movie.
No, I know.
He's thrown in one more time.
I know. But that that's do you know how long? That's like a good long scene. That's probably a good minute and a half of the screen time that he has.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, so he's like, I'm just saying Iron Man is in a lot of the most important scenes in this movie.
And he's still only in it for 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I really think you're just overestimating.
But I'm saying he is in a lot of these most important scenes, which makes it feel like it's also partly his movie, not just a Spider-Man movie.
I disagree.
Like this, like you could literally make the argument that this is partly a Iron Man 4.
I actually strongly disagree with that. The fact that he has 7 minutes, I don't think there's any argument. This is partially Iron Man 4.
Because of how important his role is in this movie, it is partially Iron Man 4.
I disagree.
Then
Disagree.
we can disagree to agree that you're incorrect. That's fine.
All right.
I
mean, you can't just say I'm incorrect because I have a different opinion.
We are at an hour now, and without Tilton here, we don't have much more to listen about. So we will probably call it here. I assume Tilton will be back next week, but I'm obviously not sure. I don't remember. He's moving into his new apartment. He started this new job, so we'll just end up figuring out exactly what the actual setup will be for next week. But we'll find out. Maybe we'll have another guest or have a guest on the podcast. So I guess peace out. I don't know.